Oh, I love these instructions. So, place the U-bolts over the suspension beam as per Fig 2. Then grease the ID of the D-bush. Grease-free technology. Make your mind up. What is it? Is it grease it or is it don't grease it? I mean, they've sent the grease, so I guess I'll grease it, but... Jesus Christ, come on guys, this is just... poor. Oh yeah, welcome back. I'm filming this after I have installed the front anti-roll bar, drop links and rear anti-roll bar for the Whitelines video. I haven't edited the video yet, although I did look at the footage for the drop links and the front roll bar. I tried to use a head-mounted video camera and I didn't capture much footage at all. So I'm going to try and put that in the start of the video so you can at least see what I did. And then after that, I'll just show you what I did with the rear anti-roll bar. Later on in the video as well, I'll do some kind of like first impressions. Having said that, it's not really all set up. It needs to be set up properly for the suspension, adjusted for preload, all of that good stuff, which I can't do here because I've got no way of supporting the wheels and loading the vehicle whilst we set up the drop links. So at the moment, they're just set to the same length as the originals, so hopefully everything should be okay. Anyways, without further ado, we'll start the video and get going. Let's go.
Yesterday.
Today we're going to be doing the front anti-roll bar and drop links. So yeah, let's get on with it. I'm only doing the front anti-roll bar because it came part of the kit. Obviously it gives you the adjustability. Whether I use that on a front wheel drive car or not, I don't know. I'll probably just set it to the medium setting or softest. Anyway, doesn't really matter. The main reason I'm doing this job is because these have perished, and that is now technically an MOT failure if it goes to an MOT with that. So then we've got adjustable drop links. I'm just going to set them to the same height as the originals. It's all Whiteline stuff, so I got that in a Black Friday deal, which was pretty decent. So what you get, the kit itself comes with the rear anti-roll bar, front anti-roll bar and the two drop links. But in each pack you get, so for the front anti-roll bar you've got the bushes, got a bit of bushing lubricant, nice. Obviously the front anti-roll bar, which is adjustable, and then obviously you get the drop links. These are adjustable. Something to point out on these is either end of this, for your adjustability, you've got a left and right hand thread. So one rotates one way, one rotates the other, and the way that you know which one is which is they put a little nick in the metal there, I don't know if you can see that, and that's the left hand thread. Yeah, but I'm not really bothered about adjusting these. I know you can adjust the preload, but it's a bit beyond my comprehension. So when the car goes in for a new setup, which it needs to go in for, I'll get them to adjust all of this to suit. To get these off is a real pain in the ass because you're supposed to put a 5mm Allen key at the end of here. Most of the time they're rotted out or they're really stiff. So what I ended up doing was just using some vice grips. They were pretty tight, not gonna lie. Anyway, I'll take you with you while I do the other side, and then you can see what it's like, hopefully. I don't know where my tripod is for my GoPro at the moment, so I'm using this head cam thing, but it's a bit hit and miss. I can't really see what I'm videoing. Yeah, so let's get on with it. So guys, you can see how munted this one is. Hopefully I can get this off. I'm going to use the same method I did with the other side. I was looking for the mole grips earlier, or vice grips, so I just use these around the back to clamp onto there. Hopefully you can see. So just clamp on there like that, and then I've used my electric ratchet on the other side. Hopefully you can see what's happening. It's going to be on a head cam, so I can't really see what you can see. If I'm editing this afterwards and you see it, well then it worked. If not, again, I apologise if the footage is shit, but this is probably the easiest way I've worked out to do this. Right, let the grips on. There you go. She's out. That's how I remove drop links, apparently, because it's the first time I've ever done it.
A little later.
Just unbolt things. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to take this plate out as well. Okay, so I realised that I've had to take off this bottom arm to get the bar out. So I've disconnected the bolt here, the 2 bolts either side of this. I'm hoping maybe I can get it out without undoing the other side. Oh fuck it, I'll just have the bolts out. I can't be fucked. Right, with all of that out, I should be able to. Yeah. There she pops. If you guys can see what I've had to do, I've had to disconnect this bottom arm to get the anti-roll bar out. So obviously the old roll bars on the bottom, new ones on the top. You can install this the wrong way up if you're not careful, which I've just noticed. So probably the way to tell is if you look at the angle here, it's kind of like, well, you can see, right? It's the same on that one, but you can install that the other way up. So you could install it that way around by mistake if you're not careful. Do a quick measure. I'm not taking this too seriously. 26.59. 24. So yeah, it's substantially meatier than new Whitelines one. The other thing I've just done with this, just to check, is just have a quick look at which hole lines up with the original. So it looks like the softest setting, i.e. the one towards the end. So it looks like that's the OEM kind of standard spring stiffness, if you discount the fact that this is a thicker bar. So obviously that'll be stiffer, and that'll be stiffer still. So I'm going to set it on the OEM one when I put it back in the car. So I'm just going to go through that one. Right, I'm going to put it in. I'm not going to film it because it's really difficult to do under the car, but it's just the reverse of taking it off.
Much later.
I tried to video the drop link install and the front anti-roll bar from Whitelines, and unfortunately it didn't go very well. So anyway, so in today's video I'm going to be trying to install the Whitelines rear anti-roll bar kit. I've had a go at doing the front, including the drop links, which I've already installed. I'll show you them in a minute. I've left them on the softest setting because that's the nearest to the OEM that I could find. The kit is pretty comprehensive, quite happy with everything that comes in it. Anti-roll bar, all your bracketries here. I've already installed the U-bolts on the bottom of the beam. I'll show you that now. It's not difficult. So this is how I've installed my anti-roll bar links. I need to adjust this one because it's fouling on the brake line at the back, which is not ideal. So then I've fitted up both the brackets, the U-bolts are in. I've marked with a little paint marker the distance between the two. So it's slap bang in the middle. It's 530mm to the edge of the bracket between the two. And what I've done is, to confirm it's in the middle, I've measured off this bolt here. There's one on the other side, and it's about 17cm from the centre of that bolt to the edge of there, and it's the same the other side. So as per one of the instructions, I'm going to put the grease in here, and then I'm going to pop the bar in loosely whilst we do the rest of the bracketry. Right, next part of the instructions says, in Fig 2, place a 39.5mm outer diameter washer over the top of the lower spring seat. Place a 10mm screw cap through the washer and secure the bracket underneath using a large OD washer and nut. So, I think what that's trying to say then is this. So, you've got your bracket, you've got your 10mm cap screw, 39.5mm washer on top, and then the big fuck off washer on the bottom, and that sandwiches on the bottom of your suspension. So I believe it connects on the bottom of here. We're probably going to take this off first. I believe these have got to be modified as well according to the instructions. So first things first, let's take that off. There's a little screw on this end, and I think the rest of this pulls out. Oh. Gonna buy myself some time. The ACF50 anti-corrosion. Don't worry about it, it's getting replaced. 39.5mm washer in there. Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. There's a little washer in there. I do. The bolt. Bracket. Put on the bracket. For now. Right, we'll do with another pair of hands. That's fucking normal. We've got pops and bangs, mate. Another big washer on the bottom. Bolt it together. So that bit there is that bit there goes where your handbrake cable bolts on, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Let's get this all loose first. Loosey goosey. That's fine. So yeah, so that's on, but it'll sit like that. So we need to take this bolt out here, and that's where that sits. So I'm going to try and do that. Probably can't film that because of the angle of an angle. So yeah. Right, where was I? Hello. So, of course, we only do disasters on this channel. Normally, you'd have a captive nut on the back of here, and you have a little 8mm bolt that goes through this handbrake bracket. Mine snapped, obviously, so there's no room to kind of get the drill in to drill it out. I did try, failed. So in the end, I cut it off with a recip saw and then ground the remnants flat using a Dremel. It's not ideal, but I'm not too precious about this. Rear beam, like I said before, it's going to get replaced at some point, but I might just, you know, spray a bit of summit on there to stop it going rusty. That's the offending bolt. God damn you. Right, let's try and get the other side out without snapping it. Let's go! Oh, it moved a lot nicer. So it's just a 12mm. Okay, this is the side that I messed up. I've got myself a slightly longer M8 bolt and a nylock nut. So I'm going to use this here, I hope. Bruh, why are you ringing me? I'm busy. The next to fit are these drop link things. Both the brackets are on either end now, so just a case of popping these on. They need to be set up. Don't ask me how, I haven't got a clue. But I'm going to chuck them on for now and see what occurs. So the instructions for the drop links had you put in on a washer either side. So I'm going to do the same here. Loosey goosey. Yeah. That's nowhere near. Is this right? I ain't got a clue. Oh. Okay. They're different. Alright, this isn't the finished article. I'm just getting these in loose for now, but you can see got a washer either side and then to lock it up. So that's what I'm doing now, and that connects it all together. Simples. Oh, what's that then?
Tomorrow for sure.
So in general, the installation of the rear anti-roll bar is reasonably straightforward and pretty easy. In the Whiteline's kit, they supply you with an 8mm hex head M8 bolt, which is one of these. These are too short, and other people that have installed this have said that, so Whitelines clearly haven't learned that lesson yet, that these are too short. They're probably about 10mm too short. Luckily, I had some 8mm cap head bolts that I could use and some nylock nuts to put on the back. The only problem I had with the installation was, yeah, like I said, I snapped one of them on the driver's side, so I ended up having to drill all the way through and just bolt it up. It's no big drama. In terms of leftover hardware from the installation, that's the snap bolt. That's the original bolt. And obviously these are the ones that they supply you. Slightly longer, if I can show you a shot. It is slightly longer, but when you're putting in when you're putting in the plate in between, it's nowhere near long enough. So yeah, leftover hardware. I've got a couple of these bigger washers. These, I think these are used to adjust the drop links, and then this spring washer. These, I assume, would go on the M8. But instead of using a spring washer, I've got nylock nuts on mine. Yeah, so hopefully you've seen all the. I put some pictures up of what it looks like installed. I'm going to brush it all over with ACF 50 to try and stop it rusting for a little while. And the plan will be either this summer or next year to replace the whole rear beam. I'll take it off and I'll probably powder coat all the bits. But for the time being, I thought I'd just stick it on whilst I got the car in the air. Okay, that's that. One of the things I wanted to see is, does it touch anything? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, is it touching the exhaust? Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, that's pretty much touching. Fuck. Bugger. Well, I know a lot of people say that it does touch. Are they right? It does. Fuck! Guess we put the car back up and cut the end off. Okay. Look, it pisses me off that I have to do something twice.
Two very boring minutes later.
Did go. Hey, I was never going to use it on the softest setting anyway.